Hi, I'm Emily.
I'm Amy.
And I'm Jared.
And you're watching
Word of Mouth.
But it had always been a girlish dream of mine to love someone whose name was Earnest. There is something in that name that seems to inspire absolute confidence. I pity any poor married woman whose husband is not called Earnest.
But my own dear child, do you mean to say you couldn't love me if I had some other name?
I saw The Importance of Being Earnest.
The play is about Jack Worthington. He is an upper society aristocrat in London. He lives in the country, and he has made up this brother, Ernest, he has, that's a good for nothing, as an excuse to go to the city, London, to visit his girlfriend, Gwendolyn.
Algernon is his friend in the city who is, just complete bachelor, no morality, loves to live the high life, live the bachelor life. And when he finds out that Jack has this beautiful young ward in the country, he decides to pretend to be the younger brother, Ernest, and introduce himself to her.
So it's a lot of mistaken identity, who's who, and what's what, basically.
Brian Bedford directed the production, and he also is in the production playing Lady Bracknell in drag. And he was great. I loved him. He comes out, and you can tell he's a man, but within a minute of him stepping on the stage, you totally just buy him as Lady Bracknell.
And he really did a really great job. The line delivery, I think, was a lot different, having it be a man playing this character instead of a woman. There were some lines that were so funny that I don't think would be funny in any other production.
Every line she delivers, he just does it for the best timing and the best reaction.
Charlotte Perry, who plays Cecily, and Sarah Toppin, who plays Gwendolyn, had a fantastic dynamic and chemistry. There were parts in the show that were so hysterical just because those two were on stage interacting.
They have a scene in the second act where they meet for the first time, and they're best friends, and then they get into this huge fight, and they're best friends again, and it's one of the highlights of the play. They were clearly both just having a blast on stage.
So David Furr plays Jack, and Santino Fantano plays Algie, and the way the two of them play off each other really adds to Oscar Wilde's dialogue and really makes for kind of this amazing back and forth and sort of this straight man and really outlandish comic relief.
This show is incredibly funny.
There's something funny about almost every line. And I just found the whole thing very amusing. It's very intelligent and clever and witty.
Oscar Wilde's writing kind of is what brings the humor. I kind of compare him to what Aaron Sorkin is today, sort of this quick back and forth, snappy dialogue, very clever, very witty. And what's really amazing is how well it holds up.
I would recommend this play to anyone. Don't be scared by the fact that it is an older play. I think it is very accessible, it's very funny. A lot of people in the audience were laughing a lot.
It's a very strong production of The Importance of Being Earnest. And coming from a person that I'm really kind of hesitant about it, it's not ever been my favorite show. And going into this show, I think it'll change the way you think about the show.
I think everyone would enjoy this. I think it's very funny. Even though it's set in the 1800s, it holds up, and you'll be laughing throughout.
How old are you?
29.
A very good age to be married at. I have always been of the opinion that a man who desires to get married should know either everything or nothing. Which do you know?
I know nothing, Lady Bracknell.
I am pleased to hear it.